In this video, we're going to analyze all of the popular business models in 2025, and I'm going to show you which ones are shit, which ones you thought were great but really aren't, and which ones will make you a fuck ton of money. So let's get right into it. Now I want to quickly mention there's 3 more spots left for the free one-to-one consultation with me. The link for that is in the description below, and you might get the chance to join my mentorship program, where I'll teach you all of my strategies step by step. The first thing that I really want you to understand is that not every business model is equal. Like yes, theoretically speaking, every single business model works. In theory. Because in reality, things look very, very different. Look, before I made that kind of money, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I tried so many business models, it's not even funny. Like I tried everything. I tried dropshipping, which is basically spying on the competition to find cool, trending products and then reselling them on your own Shopify store. I tried all of it. I tried selling some ebooks on Instagram. I tried affiliate marketing. I tried literally I was almost investing into crypto at some point. So I tried pretty much everything you can think of. So the first thing that you really need to understand is what's the best way to generate that income. Let's say we've got 2 people. Like let's say there's Mark on this side. Forgive my writing. It's hard to write with a mouse. So there's Mark and then there's John. They both have the same goal, right? They both want to make $1 million a year in pure profit, or 10K per month, whatever it may be. Mark is going to pick a shitty business model, while John is going to pick a high profit, not saturated business model. Based on this information, out of these 2 guys, Mark and John, which one do you honestly believe is going to get the best results? It's pretty obvious that it's going to be John because Mark is operating in a saturated business model. He's doing the same thing as everybody else. He's got no clue what he's doing. John actually knows what he's doing. He's learning from people online, like he's watching videos, he's learning from mentors. And on top of that, the most important thing is he chooses a business model which is easier, higher profit, and not that saturated. Which one of these 2 guys do you think will get to $1 million a year or $10,000 per month, whatever it may be, the quicker and also the easier? It will be John, obviously. So that's why this is extremely important, because look, until I understood what I'm about to share with you, this fundamental lesson, like I said, I tried every business model, and I was like Mark. I was hardworking, I really wanted success, you know this quote, you'll be successful when you want to be successful as badly as you want to breathe. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I wanted success more than I wanted to breathe, yet I wasn't successful. I always had this mindset of, I make it or I die, there's no in-between option. I just can't resign myself to a 9-to-5 life like the rest of the world, being okay with being treated like shit all the time, and getting paid 2 to 4K a month if I'm lucky, before taxes. That's not a life to me, having 2 weeks a year of vacation, and if you're here, then you probably agree with me on that. But that's what I really want you to understand. You can be like Mark, you're extremely hardworking, you're a smart guy, or even girl, but if you're watching this, you're like Mark most likely. You're smart, you're ambitious, you've got big dreams, big goals, but for some reason you're still in that red ocean, you're fighting sharks all day long, you're getting fucking killed. So I'll show you how you can do what John does instead. So if you've never seen this before, this is what we call an S tier list. Basically, F is the shittiest options of them all, and S is the best, easiest option, like the best option you should pick or want. I'm going to start this off with a business model pretty much everyone has heard of before. Shopify dropshipping. So if you've never heard of it before, to simplify it and to summarize it very quickly, you basically look at what the competition is selling, you go on Facebook ads library, then you check other Shopify store, what they're selling. So for me, when I was in high school with my best friend, we decided to go ahead and to try dropshipping. It was around 2018, 2019. So at that time, everyone and their mother was making videos on how to become a successful dropshipper, why dropshipping was the best business model. And I kind of fell for it, but at the same time I didn't, because even back then, I knew dropshipping wasn't a good business model for the reasons I'm going to mention. But the story goes like this. I spent weeks with my friend trying to find a winning product, which just basically meant a hot, a cool, a trendy product. And then I build a Shopify store, etc. And I start crafting the ads. I take the pictures and the videos they give us on AliExpress, and then I make creatives for Facebook ads, like the video and stuff. And I remember this because it was insane. I just clicked on the button to publish the ad, and within just 30 minutes, we got our first sale. So we were selling some kind of flat squeeze mop. I'll try and put the picture on the screen just so you can see. So that is the actual screenshot I kept because it was an insane moment. It's the first time I made real money online. So only 30 minutes after launching the ad, we got our first sale. As you can see, it was around 8:16 p.m. like in the evening. It was a summer evening. I just went outside to have dinner with my parents, and then I come back and I see this on my screen. Like, wow. And as you can see with my best friend, we were chatting. He said, dude, somebody bought the thing. Like, can we call somebody bought? Like, what the hell? Like, he was swearing. And I was like, what? And then I even took a picture with my phone. And as you can see, that it's one person checking out, and that's one person who bought. As you can see, one sold for 50 euros. So it was around 50, $55, something like that. And as you can see the sale on the dashboard. So then how come I'm going to put dropshipping in E tier? The reason it's not complete garbage, the reason it's not in F tier is because if genuinely you want to do e-commerce, then yes, you kind of have to start with dropshipping. The reason for that is if you want to build an actual e-commerce brand, it's gonna take you forever, man. Like go and try to compete with Gymshark. I mean, yeah, the guy got started with like barely any money, but like nowadays, fitness clothes like that, there's so many brands selling them. So if you want to actually do e-commerce, I suggest you take it one step at a time and first you succeed with dropshipping. It's an easier business model. That being said, if your goal is genuinely just to make money and just to be free, so you can live a life of abundance and freedom and travel, etc., it's not the best way to go about it. The reason for that is profit margins are very small, 5 to 20% at best. So look, if we actually do the math, you'll see how bad it is. If we do the math, 5 to 20% in profit, okay? That means that for every $1,000 you profit, for every $1,000 you make with dropshipping, in terms of profit, how much you keep is like 50 to 200 bucks per each $1,000 that you make. And that's before you even pay taxes with your business and stuff. So unless you're making huge numbers like 100K per month, you're really keeping nothing. Like, it's pathetic, really. And people still believe that this extremely saturated business model is the best business model to start. No, it's not. Maybe in 2010 it was, yes, because literally no one else was doing this. But nowadays, if you think that you can sell your shitty AliExpress or Wish product, it's not gonna work. What's going to happen when people see your ad is they're literally going to go on Google and type the name of your product, and then they'll buy it on fucking AliExpress or Amazon. Because it's cheaper, it's more reliable, they trust these platforms more. They've never seen you before. They don't trust your crappy store. Why would they buy from you? What's different? Nothing. That's the problem. And also they've seen like 10 other ads from 10 other dropshipping people selling the same exact thing for the same exact price. Why would they go to you? There's nothing different. And that's why really this business model in 2025 is very, very difficult to pull off. And why would you put like all your effort, all your time, all your money in a business model that only nets you 5 to 20% in profit? It's absolutely nothing. Then we've got another business model which is really, really, really fucking bad. It's print on demand. So basically, you're supposed to go on this website. Let's see if they show you whatever the settings. As you can see, you can have bags, cups, pillows, sweatshirts, etc., all that stuff. And so basically, you put your logo on it, and then they print it for you when somebody buys it. And that sounds great on paper, it sounds like dropshipping, but the problem is, unless you've got some revolutionary designs, you're a social media famous person, you're not gonna make any money. So for that reason, I'll put it in the same as dropshipping. The only reason being some people manage to make money with it and to pull it off because they did something very specific. For example, they would run ads to their page, and then on the page, people could like upload a funny design they wanted, like the face of someone they love or whatever, something funny. And that's why people would buy, as opposed to just buying your random designs when they might not be that unique. But still, you barely get any profit. Nowadays, there's so many stores selling print on demand stuff, like you can put a baby's face, like your baby's face on the mug, whatever, and people can buy that on Amazon. They've got literally same day delivery. What makes you think that you're going to be able to compete with that? You just can't. And what I really want you to understand is you only have 24 hours in a day. You only have so much time, so much money, so much energy to put into a business model. And if you're like me, you started a business because your goal was to make fuck you money. Your goal was to see these kinds of notifications on your screen every single day. It wasn't to be a slave to the business. It wasn't to have more of a job than the job that gets low profit margins and is very difficult to pull off. The reason you did this is because you wanted fuck you money. So then you can go have the lifestyle you want, go have freedom. You go out to dinner and you literally make more money during the dinner than you're spending on the damn dinner. That's the kind of freedom we're after. That's the kind of freedom we want. Another business model people love is what's known as Amazon FBA. So basically what you do is you get a ton of products, you buy them in bulk, and then you give them to Amazon. And when somebody makes a purchase on the Amazon site, Amazon themselves will ship it to the client. So at this point, you don't have to do anything. It's pretty hands-free. The issue is, well, Amazon is going to take a cut. And if you manage to make 10K per month with that, you are at high risk of your account getting shut down for whatever reason. Like you don't own the platform. You're still Amazon's little bitch. They can decide to do whatever they want with you. The advantage is you don't have to go and find your own customers yourself. You just list the product, and then the people who browse the Amazon website every single day, they will actually get to see your products, and some of them might purchase it. But what I've seen happen a lot of the time is when people start to make decent money with like selling products on Amazon, Amazon is going to copy your product, make their own version of it, and barely promote your product. They'll start to promote their version more. It's pretty obvious. So you don't stand a chance against the giant. And look, I've spoken to hundreds of people who are ambitious people, hardworking people, smart people who wanted to build a profitable online business. And honestly, I've had so many stories of people investing 20 grand into Amazon FBA and they make nothing out of it. Like they even set up a whole company. They have to shut down the business after a year of running it because they don't even break even. They're not even able to make back the money they lost on the inventory upfront. So for that, again, I'm going to put it in E tier as well. Now we've got another business model. It's the business model I'd like to share with you today. So what I chose to do is the easiest, highest profit margin online business ever. What we do is we sell online courses or high ticket mentorship programs. That's what we do. And the reason for that is because it's a digital product. So unlike a physical product, you don't have to worry about like the shipping of the product because it's done online remotely. As soon as the person buys, they get access to your course or to your program. And the biggest pro of this business is the profit margins. It's like 90 to 95% in profit. I can guarantee you there's no other business model in the whole world with insanely high profit margins just like that. You won't find a single one. Most business models like have 20% in profit if you're lucky. That's it. Here you can have 90 to 95% in profit. So what we do is we're going to take your interests, your passions, and we're going to make a program around it or a course around it. If you can really solve a painful problem for someone, like helping them to overcome an addiction, helping them to repair their marriage, etc., helping them to invest in real estate. If you've done it before, you want to sell what we call a high ticket mentorship or coaching program. So basically what people get when they work with you is an online course, a training program, plus like more personalized support. Like there's weekly coaching calls, etc. And there's like live support via chat, for example. So it's more personal. Whereas an online course, you just sell it to the person buys it, they consume it at their own pace, that's it. But the advantage with these business models is it can be insanely passive, especially if you choose to sell passive online courses. I mean, you can make money while you sleep. I literally had my first $997 sale in one day while I was asleep at 4 a.m. when I was 21 years old because I sold an online course. And it was 95% profit. I mean, in reality, it was 98% profit because the processing fees were like 2%. And I didn't run any ads to do it. I just used content on social media. So that's what we do. And that's why, in my humble opinion, this goes into S tier. Not because it's me, but because like I chose the business model that best aligned with my goals. And my goal ever since I was a kid was to make fuck you money. So I could live an incredible life, like give money to my parents, like help them out too, and just be free. As I'm recording this video, I'm literally about to go like travel again multiple times this year. It's like I'm only 22 and I've been able to experience a level of abundance. It's insane. And believe me, my life wasn't easy. I went through so much shit, but I've always had this belief that if you go through enough shit, you can use that energy to work extremely hard. You're angry at the world, well, good. Use that energy to work extremely hard, and you will be heavily rewarded for it, believe me. So again, that's why I'm putting this business in S tier, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing it, you know? I wouldn't be doing this crappy business models, there's no point. Now, another business model that people tend to overhype really, it's affiliate marketing. So if you don't know, ClickBank is literally the most popular platform where basically you can like take some affiliate products and go and resell them. So the huge advantage of affiliate marketing is you don't have to build the product. All you have to do is to sell it. But the catch is selling the product is the hardest part because typically it's for digital products. Building a digital product, unless it's a software, of course, it's really not difficult. Building a course, like pretty much any kid can do it. The hard part is selling it. So when you're doing affiliate marketing, you get extremely low profits because you get someone else's scraps. You know, it's a commission that you get like 10, 20%. Sometimes it can be 50%, but I mean, why would you not want to get 100% of it? You know, just by making your own product. So honestly, affiliate marketing is usually a lazy way to do business. Like, sure, it can get you started, but it's rare that people actually make it and make a lot of money with this because you're leaving so much money on the table. And again, you've got to do all the hard work. You've got to actually sell the product. It's the hardest part. The only big upside is, again, you don't have to make the product. or deal with like researching, dealing with talking to customers, dealing with the customer support, etc. You just sell it and then you get paid a commission. This can work amazing if you've got a big audience. And so in your description, in your videos, for example, you've got an affiliate link to a product, a program, whatever, and you're going to make sales while you're asleep. And that's nice because you just have to put the link in the description. But that only works and it's only really profitable, like making at least 10K per month if you've got, I mean, let's be honest, 100,000 subs. So for a lot of people, I mean, I don't have 100,000 subs as I'm making this video. I have just under like 5,100. So it's really nothing. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it looks like it's nothing, but really, when you get to 5K subs on YouTube, you're already in the top like 7, 8%, meaning that most people will never actually get there. So as you can see, it's not a good business model. I'll put it in D tier because of all we talked about. Like, it's hassle-free essentially, but it's very, very difficult to pull it off. Now, the next business model on the list is what we call having an SMMA, a social media marketing agency. The only real downside of having an SMMA nowadays is that you can start it with $0. So basically what you do is you offer your services to businesses so they can make more money. Like for example, you're going to offer to run their ads, to edit their videos for them, etc. And this guy, Iman Gadzi, is the one who really popularized it. It's not him who invented it. Like there's people who came before him, like Sam Ovens, Ty Lopez, who did social media marketing, etc. But he's the one who really grew up with it, and so he made that business model popular. And competition is good, except that with this business model, it's heavily saturated, I'll be honest with you. First, you need to be extremely skilled if you want to make a ton of money with it. I know people in my network who make multiple 7 figures a year offering similar services, but they are extremely skilled. So you can't just be a beginner, get in there, do some crappy work and expect to get rich with this. It's not gonna work. And like I said, I only have about like 5,100 subs on YouTube. On all social media platforms combined, all accounts, I've got less than 20K subs. And you wouldn't even believe the amount of emails I'm receiving on a daily goddamn basis from people from these Gmail addresses that have no skill and they're trying to pitch me some garbage. Like, anytime I get an email from someone and I see that it's from a Gmail address, like, bro, you're trying to sell me a service, you don't even have a professional domain. What am I supposed to understand? You're not making enough money to pay a $10 a year thing to get a pro email, and I'm supposed to trust you and to buy from you like that just because you sent me some crappy email? So for that reason, that's a business model that, again, if you're skilled, you can make a ton of money with it, but it's hard. Like, you've got to fulfill your clients' demands, and etc. It's like having more of a job than having a job, unless you can delegate everything. It's a very difficult business model. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in D tier because it's still superior compared to selling like physical products, but it's very, very difficult and heavily saturated nowadays. Now, another way to make money is investing in the stock market. I think investing in the stock market is awesome to get richer, not to get rich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in A tier. And the reason why is because if we could get rich quick with it, it would be S tier. It would be insane. You just have to put some money into it and then you make more money. Like, you don't have to put your time in it, you don't have to make content, you don't have to do anything, talk to anyone, you just put someone in the platform, your money grows. Like, it is insane. It's the most passive way to make money ever, but the reason why it's, again, A tier instead of S tier is because to start it, like to start investing in the stock market and to actually make good money off of it, you need to start investing at least tens of thousands of dollars, at least 100K. Like, if you think the smart way to get rich and to get rich quick is to invest $200 a month in the stock market for decades, and then when you're 60, yay, you might retire and you've got $1 million in the bank, then you've got to pay some extra tax on it, whatever. If you think that's the way to get rich and to live a fulfilling life, I genuinely don't know what to tell you. The goal is to enjoy your life while you're young. I'm 22 right now, as I'm making this video. I'm literally getting to stay in 5-star hotels, live an insane life, make money while I sleep. I've had days where I've made over $2,600 while I was being lazy and watching Netflix the whole day. Yet you still really believe that, oh, investing $200 a month in the stock market is gonna make me rich. No, it's not. The stock market, real estate, all these things, they're awesome if you are already rich and you want to get richer and protect your money against inflation. So first, get rich, make at least 10K per month. The ideal is like 50K per month or 100K per month, and then invest your money in the stock market, in real estate, etc. That is the smart way to go about it. Not to hope and pray that your $20, your $200 a month is going to change your life overnight. It's not going to happen. Which brings me to the next thing, investing in crypto. People think that investing in crypto is going to solve all of their problems. They've heard of like the crypto millionaire, you put some money into a shitcoin, a dog coin, whatever, and you get super rich. Well, let me show you something. Justin Bieber lost 1.2 million on an NFT. Look, he invested into like this shitty NFT thing. The market crashed by over 95%, and the guy lost over 1.2 million. Now, he can afford to lose 1.2 million, like he's extremely rich, richer than most people will ever be. But can you afford to lose like your $200, your $1,000, your $200? No, you really can't. Like, it would be much wiser to put that money into your education. I'm not talking about school because school is a giant scam. I'm talking about investing in yourself so you can learn the ropes, learn how you actually make money online, or investing in the business directly, like in the softwares you need, in maybe some paid advertising, etc. So crypto's great again if you've got a lot of money, you wanna see what comes out of it, but you're willing to lose it. So for that, I'll put it in B tier. Another business model that people typically consider is becoming an influencer on social media. So I put TikTok here because tons of people start TikTok, they can go viral, etc. because it's the new kid on the block. YouTube is 20 years old, Instagram is 15 to 16 years old, I think, and TikTok is like 9 years old. So it's the new kid on the block. So to gain users, to attract creators and viewers, TikTok basically changed the game by making anyone being able to go viral. And being a social media influencer is a way to make money while selling anything. Like you can sell your toothbrush, bro. But it's very, very difficult. If your goal to get rich is to get famous first, it's going to be difficult. It's easier to get rich and then you make yourself famous than the other way around. So it is an insane business model. You can make money doing anything. You can get paid tens of thousands of dollars for brand deals, but it's extremely difficult to pull off. But once you've pulled it off, you'll be so rich it won't even be funny. Which is why I put it in A tier and not in S tier directly. The next business model on the list is having a school community. So basically what you do, you make your own community on this website called School, and it could be a community about anything, about cooking, about business, about dating, etc. Now it sounds great on paper because you're gonna make money every month. Like for example, the subscription might be 37 bucks a month, $49 a month, etc. So it's what we call monthly recurring revenue. And who doesn't want to make like money every month like that? For every client, they stay, they make more money. But on average, like 30% of people will churn every month, meaning that they will just cancel the subscription anyway. So this only works great if you actually have a big audience to get started off. Like, unless you got 50K subscribers, like on YouTube, for example, it's not worth starting a school community because you're gonna have like what, 4 people in the group. You're gonna make $100 a month. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Like, but you don't have a community, especially when people leave month after month. It's very difficult. Instead, with the same small audience, you'd much better sell online courses and high ticket programs. And then when you've got a big customer base already, or you've got like a big audience, 50K subs and more, then it makes sense to start a school community. So it would be a great business model, if not for the fact that you need lots of subscribers and views to make this work. Otherwise, it's one of the easiest ways to make, 50K per month profit, 100K per month profit, if you actually have a massive audience. So again, it's kind of like becoming an influencer, then you pull it off and you can make money doing anything, but it's very difficult to get there in the first place. And then next up on the list is being a high ticket remote sales rep. Basically what you do, you don't build your own high ticket program, you sell other people's high ticket program. What's great about this business model is like it's kind of doing affiliate marketing for high ticket programs. So let's say you've got this program that sells for $5,000. You hop on a call with someone because you're the sales rep, you're supposed to sell it, and let's say you close the deal, you get 10%. You've made $500. If you have a 20% commission, you just made $500 to $1,000 for speaking with someone for like 30 minutes to 60 minutes. So it's extremely worth it. The issue is, there's lots of demand for it. You have to be qualified to be able to do this. I don't mean qualified in the sense that you've got to have a degree. You don't. I mean, you've got to have sales rep experience. I'll tell you for a fact, I'm not going to hire newbies who have never even done sales calls before. And most companies won't either. So you need to train yourself. It can cost you, like, to train yourself. Like, you can have to spend 8K on training programs and stuff to really learn the ropes and learn how to actually sell. Because if you get hired, you can't sell, you won't make money. Most of these guys, they work on a commission basis. They might have a flat salary, let's say a base of 2K a month, and then you make the bulk of your income with the commission. So you've got to actually close and sell. And the downside of it is you've got to take calls all day long pretty much if you want to make a lot of money. So it's a great business model, but it's like having a job, just like a high paying job. Yeah, like there's a ceiling. You're not going to make 100K per month by taking calls all day long. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in B tier. Now, if you want me to personally help you, teach you all the strategies that I'm doing personally, you want me to help you build your business so you can become financially free, click the link in the description below. I've got a few more spots for a free one-to-one consultation call with me where you will get the chance to apply for my premium mentorship program. So click on the link in the description below. And with that being said, I'll see you on the other side.